Hi, I'm Vinoria, and I am on the Ethical Edge podcast. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Ethical Edge podcast, where we explore the critical role of ethics in PR and marketing. I am Priscilla Kakraba, and I'm with
Joseph Hanks Alute.
Duncan Desmond Mills.
Latte Emanuela. And Gloria Selassie.
Okay, let's dive in. So, what is ethics in PR and marketing?
Okay, so I would like to start with a quote which came from Porter Stewart. So he said ethics is knowing the difference between what you have right to do and what's right to do. Yes, so from there I would like to explain what ethics is. So ethics is involving adherence to moral principles. And the moral principles talks about being transparent, being honest to your publics and so on. Yeah.
Okay, so on the topic of being honest and transparent, can a brand truly succeed without the foundation of trust?
Yeah, as a brand, you are always supposed to build trust amongst your stakeholders and consumers. There are so many building strategies a brand can do to build trust amongst their consumers and stakeholders, such as having or fostering transparency, having open communication with their consumers from time to time.
All right.
And as a brand, you are supposed to engage your consumers in the processes you take to produce your things.
So they have to know the procedures in which your company takes to produce your things. And also sometimes consumers want to know when you produce a new product, they want to tell them maybe their effects and things, like enlighten them about the things you are producing. And always update them on things about the company. Yeah. And for example, the Ghana Audit Service periodically publishes audit reports from time to time by making the public accessible to every financial management of the government. Yeah. And then during the period of the Ghana card, when the Ghana card came first, the National Identification Authority made sure they engaged with the media to interview the people on the streets about what they think about the Ghana card and whatever they think the Ghana card is used for or is supposed to be done with. And then some people had problems with the fact that they have to go and stay in line for a long period of time. Some people thought it wasn't useful because there are so many cards we did in Ghana, but sometimes, like the National Service scheme, you go to some hospitals, the National Health Insurance, you go to some hospitals and then the hospitals don't even use the card. So you still have to pay the extra cost. So having open communications with the stakeholders, with your consumers, with the publics, is actually going to help build trust. And then when you find out there's a problem with your product or whatever, or maybe, for example, I think there was a period where yogurts had a problem with their produce. And then as people, we know that yogurt is something that has been there for a very long time. But that particular product that came out that particular time had a problem. I think it tasted weird or it tasted different. So yogurt was able to come out and then speak to their publics. They were transparent with them and told them it was a problem with production. So I think that one even helped them still maintain or get their consumer loyalty. So people still purchase yogurt from time to time.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to give another example. Okay, so I would like to talk about Ghana Health Service. During the time of COVID-19, when the vaccine was about to be uptaken by the people in the country, Yeah. So they use this strategic communication, which was motivational, persuasive, and informative. You could even attest to the fact that when they were about to start everything, people weren't getting what was going on, how the vaccine works, and all that. But based on the information that they put it in a strategic way, and they try to convince people to take the vaccine, people were able to. It's more like it builds some kind of confidence between the people and the service. Yeah. So I think it's one example.
Okay. So can trust serve as a competitive advantage for brand? Like when people trust in you, is it like, can it serve as a competitive advantage for a brand?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, when your customers or your consumers are loyal to you, no matter what, since they are not fully, or the next, your competitor is not fully trusted, no matter what, they are still going to be loyal to your brand. As far as you are always transparent and honest with them, they know that no matter what it is, you are still opening up to them. So they know whether you are telling the truth, whether you are telling the lie, and they have the right to choose what they go in for. So because you are honest enough, I think always your consumers will be loyal to you.
Okay.
And it also fosters some kind of long-term relationship between the organization or the institution with the publics. Yeah.
So with this, so we can say trust is built with consistency,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Consistency and honesty.
All right. What role does accountability play in shaping public perception? When you are accountable to the publics, as a PR person, as a marketer, when you're accountable to the publics, what role does it play?
So it is interesting to be transparent to your audience, your stakeholders, and your clients and your customers in a way that you have to open up to them in form of, when you are communicating with them, sending them message, and then you must avoid ambiguity, and you should avoid using of jargon words and so on and so forth. So you must be clear and precise, and talk to them in social principles and responsibilities, and it will develop trust and credibility to your organization and then the brand as well.
And you know, nowadays, a lot of people produce fake stuff.
Yeah.
People produce fake stuff. They use the same packaging. They use this. So sometimes it's not even about the company. Maybe the company doesn't know anything about that particular product. But because it's with their packaging, it's with their branding and everything, they have to come out and debunk it, because who is going to believe that it's not your product?
Yeah.
No one.
So
I
you
think
have
it
to
happened in Nigeria
come
last
out.
year, where I think their NAFDAC went to a place and they saw that people were producing this champagne, this Eve or Eva champagne.
Yeah, Eva.
Yeah, they were producing it like not from the original company, but they were doing it in their rooms, and
And they were still using the same
they
packaging
were
from
still
Eva.
using the same package. Yeah.
Yeah.
To what she said, I think we are in a technological world right now that some of the companies are digitally using ways of communicating to their audience and so on and so forth. And so when you go to social media, for instance, you can see a brand with their name, their logo, and those things.
No, almost every brand is on social media.
To get that credibility from your audience, you must check the social media so that they will not come, people will not come and duplicate, they will not come and copy your brand and then use it in favor of.
And I think the use of social media influencers is actually a very good thing, because social media influencers have the power of influencing the decision and the behavior of their followers. So whatever they are able to advertise to their followers, they feel, oh, this person has advertised one or two products that are good. So whatever this person say, I can trust their judgment. You get?
So what
And with
if
that,
what if the product is not also good and
that's
still they are using the influencer?
that's
thing?
something that is going on, because
Yeah.
there are
And
some
they also have followers. They build followers so that when they brand, they advertise your brand, like their followers get to, because they
Okay, the people that follows them gets to
their followers.
they are being influenced in purchasing the products
Yes.
that you
Sometimes I think the influencers need to know about the product, how to use the product, how to engage their followers with the product. So when patronizing it on social media and persons like that, they can come out and say something back, because you cannot be patronizing a product that you don't know.
No, some of them like skincare brands and stuff. They test it on their influencers. Their influencers use the product, so they know that this product is this and that. But you know, there are people that lie a lot these days, because there are some instances where you see brand influencers advertising food. You buy it, and then it's actually different from what you thought it's going to be. Do you get me?
Because with them, they give them much more than what you go to buy. So when you buy it, you think, this influencer had this thing. Maybe let's say jollof and something. He had egg.
They could even make theirs special, more special
So
than
when
yours.
you get to yours, then you be like, which means they are not being credible or something.
So talking about credibility or accountability, what role does it play in shaping public perception? What role does it play in shaping public perception when a brand is accountable?
I think you said you would
How does it shape
take
public
those ones
perception?
out.
So like the influencer problem where
We should start all over.
whatever you order, sometimes whatever you order is what I got, what I ordered versus what I got. If the brand is accountable enough, they surrender and say this is a problem we had, or we didn't do this right, we are going to change our ways, we are going to make it better. I think that's going to help.
Okay, I want to chip in another example, which comes from the Institute of Public Relations, Ghana. Yeah, so in 2024, they launched a campaign which is themed as Speak for the Truth, Peace. Yeah, which this campaign was to educate political communicators in selling out the truth to the people. Tell the people what when your party comes into power, what they will actually do, than telling them the lies. So that was the main reason why this campaign was initiated, for them to sell out the truth than telling the people lies, which actually omitted misinformations that is being put out there to the publics. Yeah.
So does it mean whatever they said in that campaign, they did it?
No, they didn't do it.
So that campaign was a lie?
Yeah, but it was a campaign to, limit it. A lot of people were doing it to, saying all sorts of things to people to.
But
just
did
to
people
get,
act on the campaign? That's the question.
Yeah,
Or it was just
they
a
can't
campaign
get
that just
everything
came by?
100%. They can't get everything 100%.
But
But
Why
at
would you
least-
campaign something that you at the end of the day you wouldn't do everything that I said?
that's what you can't have everything 100%. Definitely, you
You
have
should.
people to listen to you.
If we are talking about ethics here, to be an ethical person, whatever, you should be honest enough. Whatever you say you would do, just do it.
Okay, to the PR, to the PR people, they were just trying to play their part in informing those political communicators for them to do the
So that
right
comes
thing.
to the question where people say all PR officers are liars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to solve, that problem, that issue
At
that
this
was
point,
going on.
they are liars because whatever you campaign, you didn't actually do all that you said.
Because a lot of people have the perception that the PR person of a company just comes to cover the lies of the company.
Yeah, so that's why they were doing that, to solve the problem. So build
But it
some
didn't
kind
solve
of
the problem.
credibility
So did
for
they
that
solve?
political party, that
Was the
PR
problem
person.
solved?
Well, it's solved part of it.
So, adding up to what your question is all about, I can say reputation is important. And when such a thing happens like that, your reputation alone can make your brand or your organization wide audience. And so, ensuring credibility and trust, you bring good reputation that can make your brand or your organization to be solid.
Okay. So, exactly. So that's the
Yeah.
role ethics play in marketing. Brand
Yeah,
reputation.
brand
Yeah.
reputation.
And even with the organization, so good reputation is also important here, for you to disseminate.
As a brand, all you should do is
To
just build your foundation on
foundation,
honesty.
yeah.
That's fine.
And you get
Yes.
to go.
Can we end? Okay. So
All I have to say is, as a PR person or as a person in general, you should just be ethical and honest enough, be open and transparent enough, and then you are good to go.
And also, I would like to say that when you are a PR person, and you can engage with your superiors and your principals or your directors about, you can educate them about the ethics, and when there is a meeting, you can even sit and raise issues or concern about ethical decisions and how to engage your audience out there, show respect and honesty.
Yeah.
And also, I think as a PR person, you have to think about the long-term advantage that you gain from abiding by the ethics that guides every PR person and a marketer. Yes, and avoid all sort of misinformation and all, because it will help you. It will only help you for a short period of time. And I think going by the ethical way, you rather earn more than you lose. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Selassie, and I'm here on the Ethical Edge podcast. Ethical Edge, stay sharp, stay ethical.
Hi everyone, my name is Charlotte and I am on the Ethical Edge podcast, where we discuss the importance of ethics in PR and marketing. Stay ethical.
Hi, people. This is Nana AECJMP, and you're live on the Ethical Podcast, where we digest the ethical issues and, bring them to you as served. Stay tuned for the next episode. Boom.
Welcome to the Ethical Ed podcast, where we explore the vital roles that shapes our world today in PR and marketing. Today, I have with me some lovely guests, and I would leave them to introduce themselves. So today we have.
My name is Oparia Cruz. My name is Dennis Ray.
I'm Vinoria Kumsin.
Nana AECJMP.
Okay, so on our second episode of the podcast, we are going to discuss the importance of ethics in public relation and marketing. So let's break this down. Every day we are bombarded with information from social media to from advertising to social media posts. This message we communicate This message we communicate can shape the perception that influence decision. However, when trust erodes, it impacts not just individual companies but industry as a whole. So I'll go with my first question. What strategies can organizations implement to rebuild trust with their audience?
Okay, so for me, communication is everything. So I think when there's a good communicator in every organization, whatever it's being brought up, whether positive or negative, if there's a good communicator, a good PR, and he's like, he portrays it out to the public. Let's say there's an issue concerning a marketer or a marketing product, and it's been failing. If there's a good PR that could talk well to the public and let them know ways and how they can manage their.
You can be communicating with the public and still be giving them wrong information. So
A good
a good PR can still give out.
ethics. You
A
understand?
good public relations officer who is ethical can still channel bad bad communication to the public. So it depends on how you relate. For me, personally, I think how you relate with your clients or your consumers, how you relate with them will best, explain how they will trust. I mean, they trust in you.
So,
they have
as,
trust in
as
you.
when you're building a good reputation or a good image for your organization, do you think it's necessary for you to like talk or be fake to your consumers or your clients?
No, but you don't necessarily have to be faking it. Like I said before, when you're communicating, it depends on what you're communicating to your public. So, let's say I do I deal in products. So Tomena, for instance. So if I do Tomena and then I come and tell them that there are no additives inside. Meanwhile, I have added some things inside. Am I giving them the right information or wrong information?
You're giving them the wrong information.
You understand?
Actually.
So they will take your word for it and then believe you that there are no additives. So somebody who's on diet or who's health conscious will now go and take the thing and then starts to have problems. That is a bad communication from a PR practitioner.
So I see what you want to say is that one of the strategies just to the PR personnel of the organization is to provide accurate information, right?
No, yes, fine. Right. Accurate information, but go to the grassroots. To build trust with somebody is not just a one-day something.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's a continuous something.
It's for you to build from scratch because you are new.
Yes. So go to the grassroots and then come up with them. That way, they know that if you are giving them this thing, the person will trust you. You understand?
Yeah. So this one you can quote. Is it Warren
Buffett?
Yeah. He said ethics is what you have the right to do and what is right to do. Okay. Even though you have the freedom of speech in everything that you do, you shouldn't just go about saying whatever you know it's right. You see? Yeah. So that's what I can add up to what he said.
Okay.
All right. So moving forward to consumer expectation. How have consumer expectations shifted the ethical communication in today's
landscape or something?
Yeah, in today's landscape.
Well, before we answer that, when he was introducing himself, he was like, Chiching, what's that? Anyway. Consumers today, well, there's a large market out there. Okay. You get it. And people every now and then expect to see or hear something new from whatever organization is coming up with.
Okay.
So, for instance, I'll cite the Tomena again. So, if I'm producing all these things and my consumers are like, okay, so this one there's more pepper inside, or this one there's less pepper inside. The expectation is that we'll listen to them and then adjust to whatever they want. Yeah. However, they're not the only people who are also consuming that same thing. So they're expecting a lot. And you should know that like, the demographics are different people from here and there. Okay. I think that's the little I can.
Okay, so any backup to what Orange?
The practical example is Kibo's products. Mm-hmm. You know, when they did a 4-in-1,
these products,
the Gary.
Like the Kibo Gary. The 4-in-1, they had a lot of sugar in the 4-in-1. Yeah. I don't know, they've done a little one.
Yeah, they've done it. Now they have to. Yeah.
Even with the no sugar.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the demographics work. So you like this. Maybe you don't take in sugar much like other people will do. And just like this, you can take like 4 cups of sugar for just like a half cup of Gary. You understand? So, I mean, ethically to align with your clients or your consumers or something, listen to the grassroots, go down there, come up with them, know whatever they want, and then try to adjust. You might not change everything entirely, but you can only adjust, ethically adjust. And you should know that there are two people that me, I'm always for the utilitarians. So why I not go roast you? Mention your name for this podcasting to you, they do anyhow.
So moving forward to future trends. What do you see as future of ethics?
in PR and marketing. Are there any trends we should be aware of?
Yeah, I think like a PR person engaging an influencer,
Okay.
yeah, can really help in the future, or can really help a brand.
But
It's currently happening.
But sometimes they pay influencers. Sometimes too, because this PR person knows, let's say, Nana Mama Brown, it might be like, oh, you are my friend, so come and advertise.
But what we seem to forget is, if you are getting an influencer for your brand or your organization, you have to choose somebody who aligns with what you're doing. You get it? So, for instance, I know we'll go for you, Smart. So imagine Smart is producing makeup. You get it? A guy producing all these things. And now you want to go in for somebody a brand influencer like, who can I use? Who? Kali J. Kali J might promote you all right, but that is not his niche. You get it? So you have to go in for the right brand influencer.
Okay, so thinking of that, what do you think if maybe the employees in the organizations are the brand ambassadors, because they're the ones who work day?
No.
That is your first point of promotion.
But the question is, you see, influencers, they have built some trust in their society.
And they have a large following.
They have the audience.
You trust your influencer more than the employees they work for.
Oh,
That's what I no. The thing is, please, before the thing is, your employees, they can promote the brand all right, but their followers are just like
Small.
Small. But you know that influencers, they have a large following, and they easily persuade people. You get it? For you like this. If Omar Sterling should come and tell you that, hey Charlie, make we go Bahamas. If you get 20 cedis, just come and then let's go. Would you follow him? You see, because you follow him and then he has some influence on you.
So I'm sure I remember, I think 2018, where Shatabali was the brand ambassador for Infinix phone. I think in less than a space of 1 month, when he advertised the product, it got shot in the market.
You understand? You understand? So if the brand influencer knows what they are about and they relate to their audience easily, oh, why not? Fuma, you are gone.
Basically, with an influencer, when you go through an influencer, it helps you get your message to the right audience.
Yeah.
And then also another future trend is these days there are AI technologies that are producing ads, are producing flyers and all that, musics and all that. It's something that ethically we can adapt into. However, pay close attention to it, because even when you're on YouTube or TikTok, you realize that people have sampled other people's voices to create something. You might be thinking that, I mean, you know, it was Baumia, right? They sampled Baumia's something.
I think currently that's what the US are doing. They can create an AI audio of their artists and they use Ghana. And it's a full song, so you might think it's even the artist who is even singing, but it's an AI version of it.
So you understand, if you are not inclined very well, you might, and all these people doing it, I mean, it's not really ethically right, but the end, justifies the means for us. You understand?
For me, I think even the AI is making like work more easier, but it's also making we the humans feel less active.
No, I don't think we're less active here. I mean, why would you wouldn't feel less active?
Let me elaborate.
Wait, let me talk. Sure, go ahead.
Like what you're saying, probably I'll be going in for an AI to edit my videos to make it easier for me to make me rich. But I feel like maybe the skill I went in for, I'm not using it. You understand?
And you know that sometimes with the AIs, I can search something, you too can search the same topic. The answers they give are similar.
Similar.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
so
you can't focus fully on AI as a PR person.
and oh no, I didn't say entirely. I'm just saying that we have to be cautious of it, even though we can adapt into that. But if like you're a graphic designer and you work for an organization, are you are you saying that you cannot practice your designs because AI can create something for you? And so then your argument doesn't really hold like that.
No, see, the generation we are in now. See, me an example. I know sometimes it's not every project or every work I use AI.
You lie. You lie, bro. You lie. How can you tell me this story? Right now, Sam. Can you tell me you don't use AI for everything? Like you see, just now, PR practitioners, we are using it, but we just have to be cautious of it because sometimes these people they just sample or pick information from some databases which are not even correct, and then they serve as well. So if you don't fact check or cross check for the right answer, you might end up giving, influencing the public or your clients wrongly. You get it? Madam Shah, it's looking like everybody is a host here. Please continue. Well, you shared a video.
Yes, I actually wanted to.
The video which was the captain of the plane trying to save somebody's life, and they were expecting the president to come and land. So, I mean, in this particular situation, was he right or was he wrong?
The video that you shared.
Which one I actually was right?
Was the captain right to land and save the life of the vessel? Why?
Like the quote goes, ethics is knowing what is right to do and what is right to do.
But
you know, he went against the rules of.
you understand the code of ethics governing his work. You know, he went against it.
So that's an ethical dilemma.
No, it's not an ethical dilemma. The captain was in an ethical dilemma state, either to land and save the life, or to let the person die and then president lands. You get it? But in this state, do you think he was right to save the person's life?
Yes.
Why do you think so? Why? No, but
in everything, like the virtuous ethical theory says, you have your morals. So even your conscience will be judge you if you allow the person to die. And even the president or anybody who sees or hears about it will be like, you should have saved the person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if
So you think
the president's landing was also an emergency?
Yeah. But
if
you have
the
to wait.
president's ending was an emergency, I mean, at least it would have been stated because the pilot told, how is it called?
the one on the phone or
The
something
one on the phone
communicating.
that he has to land and save a life. So if there was an emergency in the president's plane as well, it would have been a flow of communication.
It could be they have a code for it. It could be something that the president really has to land and then attend to. Do you get it? So in any case, who is wrong and who is right here? That's what we are looking at. I mean,
Okay, so with a discussion on the pilot London to save a life,
take a look at it.
take a look at the video to get a better understanding of our discussion here.
Talimuk add one last this one.
One last.
Pick up for the exam review, the pharmaceutical something or the estate one.
I think the question you sent, there is one that talks about even a personal experience.
Yeah, so I think let me just get into that.
So let's share our personal experience in terms of ethics. In terms of, right, we should know that it's about how the publics are having doubts about the information we put out there. So we should link it to. Yeah.
personal experience. Can any of you share an experience where you faced an ethical dilemma in your career, and how did you handle it? How did you go about it?
Andrew will start.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm a marketer. I'm a marketer for an organization. So there was this time how to promote the product for the client. It was a game manufacturer. It was a product. My family, let's say, okay, my family don't use that product. Basically, I shouldn't also use it.
You are telling us that you don't use the product you are marketing to the public.
Yes.
Vim, let's continue.
But I have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do it and put my values and morals aside.
Your personal values and morals aside.
Yes,
Wait, no, wait. Oh. You are marketing a particular product. Your family doesn't use it. And you had to put aside your values and morals to use the product so that you'll be able to market it to the public.
So that means is the values and morals is not your personal values and morals, but for you and your family.
It is. It is a personal. It is a moral that is in the family, but I have to break it.
And you mind stating the product?
What he's trying to say is, I think I'm trying to believe that it's most of even the influencers that they try to market their products, like their products. Some of them don't even use their products.
Just like Kalije posted something on Twitter about was it Chicken Man, Pizza Man or something? He posted a video about their food and saying something, said the thing is nice. Somebody came to comment and then said that, has he ever tried that before? That's like a doubt his follower or a follower is having.
So Wale like this, he was a brand influencer for Infinix. He didn't even use Infinix.
No, most of them don't use it.
Yes, but you see, for it to just be advertised, he has to just.
So basically, he's ethically wrong.
He's ethically wrong. So that's what he's trying to say.
No. He was using one of his shows he played. He was using it. Then he gave it to a fan.
Bro, the thing is, if you're a brand ambassador for a particular product, use the thing. Let us see.
He uses it.
How do you know? How can you tell?
Use it.
How can you tell?
You know what they have.
Oh, you see, because of the show, that particular show, Infinix was their main sponsor.
Wait, I think this thing. There was a time was it Sarkodie who was signed to Samsung,
yeah.
And then he tweeted something, and then the thing was like tweeted from an iPhone. You get it? So you're a brand ambassador for something, an organization, and then you're using another. That's ethically wrong. So how do you expect me that I know a little bit about ethics to go and purchase this product? You get it? So let's come back to you because we are interested in your.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to use the product. I have to break my personal values and use the product.
So you are aligned with the organizationals, which means you are a utilitarian.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, welcome. Anybody who wants to join the club? Well, for the purpose of a clarification or something, a utilitarian is we don't mind how the thing is done. At the end of the day, the thing has to be done. So yeah, that's it. Anyway.
Alright, so any personal experience in our career?
Okay, so when I was working at my previous place, my previous organization, I faced an ethical dilemma where the boss mistakenly sent the employees' payslip to our group, but he deleted it like 3 seconds later. I was the only person who was able to download it. When I checked through, I realized that the salary we are receiving every month isn't what he's supposed to give us.
Was he giving you more or
He's
less?
giving us lesser than what is expected of him to do that. So I was asking myself this question: where does the rest of the money go?
His account now. You have to ask.
And
This one is
this thing,
pocket.
I think my colleagues saw it, so they came to me that I'm the fastest person. So what was in the document?
Okay, Mama Flash.
Now I didn't know what to see. One has to call me. One who has even stopped working there called that they said you downloaded this. What was inside? And I told him I don't know anything, even though I saw it. So with this one, I was there. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I just decided to quit the job because me saying it, I'm destroying the company's image, and even the other workers might even decide to stop like how I did. Even so now, they don't know why I stopped. But yeah, because how can you do that?
You could have saved lives by
Save
telling them.
lives?
Yes, tell them that Charlie.
Like,
No,
it
she
got
can
to a
never say
point,
yes.
we have to call for a meeting. The managers, we have to call for a meeting. The boss was like, if you think the salary he's giving you is not enough, you can leave. That's what he said.
Oh no,
Yeah.
then the man knew what he was
He
doing.
knew what he was doing. And this one, I can't disclose whatever he's doing.
Ah, are you for the people or you are for the organization?
Now, like I said, I was in a dilemma. I didn't know what to do. I just have to leave. I just have to leave.
So you are protecting your reputation over.
Yeah, my reputation over everything. Yeah, because with this, if I was able to tell my colleagues, definitely the main boss outside the country would have got to me. And now, I'll be the bad person here.
You will not be the bad
I have
person.
to protect my reputation. He mistakenly dropped this payslip in our group, but he deleted it within 3 seconds.
Wow.
So I was able to download it. After downloading, I even forgot to open. So I was there in the team. I was like, Paul sent something. Probably it's a work that we are supposed to do. Because he would definitely call me that, I sent something. Hasn't been done. I said, oh, then let me open. And I opened. I realized it's from EcoBank. All employee in that company, everybody's payslip is in that thing.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the salary you are giving us, you deduct tax.
Wow.
The tax that the company is supposed to pay, we the employees are the ones paying every month.
Voila.
Bro, if this thing happens like this, then they'll come and be blaming advertisers or people promoting
If you talk
brands.
about it, the next day you are receiving your resignation letter.
Wow.
So
No.
you can't stop.
So
And his phrases, if you think the salary you are receiving
Small.
there is not enough for you, you can leave. You will employ another person.
Wow.
That's
it
what
was
he
intentional.
Yeah.
Like he has been taking the monies for me.
Yes, so I couldn't disclose it to my friends and my colleagues. I have to leave. Then I called one and I was like, oh, Sandra, when I was going through this thing, I saw this. And she was like, really? Send it to me. And I said, oh, I don't have it on my phone. It's on my laptop.
But you could have
And
just
I
said this
just
thing.
explained it to her. So I think that day or the following day, the boss called her that some people said they want to quit the job. What's her take in that?
Yeah.
And she also said she's also looking for an opportunity. If she gets it, she will also leave.
But this
And
was the
because
right time
of
for
that,
you to just
the boss is not in a good terms with her.
I think that was the right time for you to also
Hey.
You know, sometimes when you know the worth of who you are yourself, you make example like your bosses treat you like those. Do you understand? Me, for instance, where I'm working now, I can't say the pay is good or bad, but sometimes my expenses are really high. I feel like, Charlie, make a short this job and do my personal. So, because when I was in the house, there were some little things I was doing that I was earning more than.
That could fetch you much.
Yes. But due to maybe, African community, when they see you in the house, now everyone's like, hey, I don't know,
Yeah.
so sometimes, and your mom's there, they're always like irritating.
Yeah.
So you have to do something for her to feel so at least you are doing something in your life.
Did they go camp?
So
Yeah.
in a case like this, you are going to be like stagnant, or you're going to feel.
No, but this was the right opportunity for her to
Me,
set
I
something
just-
so that
I
the
just
organization
left
can be
because
checked.
I just
Or
left
the boss
because
can
he'll be
be
like,
checked.
you are going through his stuff. But you mistakenly sent it. The last time, even though I've left that organization, I'm still in their WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
The last time he mistakenly sent another one, but
Hey.
he deleted it.
You know, say that one too is ethically wrong.
Yes. No, you.
Organization.
Yeah.
Oh, I called them that they should remove me because what am I
But
doing
just delete
there?
yourself.
I will delete myself very soon because I don't have any business there.
Anyway, me, I'm saying that you could have, the best thing you could have done was to have said something to either a superior or maybe your colleagues. That way,
I was the only superior.
He is, and he has employed his brother as the managing director.
Charlie, in that.
It's family something. The brother is not even doing anything there.
Wow.
But he's receiving salary more than we working.
Yeah. Such is life.
See?
Such is life.
Okay. So as we wrap up this discussion, always remember the importance of ethics in PR and marketing cannot be overstated.
but you can go to the extreme to, get your things done. Like me, that's my stand. You can't be here and there, but just be at a point where you know that at all costs something has to be done to make it right.
Yeah, indeed. Affirmative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Signing out there. Now we'll be signing out here.
Thank you for tuning in to Ethical Edge Podcast. Once again, I am your host, Charlotte Appiah. And until next time, stay ethical.